Welcome to episode 54, I think it is, of the Datsun 521 truck restoration mod. This is Amber here, the Chowini Datsun mix. So this episode is all about, what do I do in this episode? I think I convert the drive shaft to a 620. I think I actually install the 620 drive shaft into the 521. I have to make a custom adapter. What else? I did a bunch of other stuff. I'm not sure. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see more. But I also make the air conditioning, the AC compressor bracket and idler, and then I do something else. Anyways, this is episode 54 of the rest of mod. So where'd you go? You're done. Done the heat. Summertime here. Probably almost 90 degrees. Super happy with that. Got the compressor welded on with 3 tabs, and I took my VG33 bracket with my 720 pulley. Come on, I just went and bought some belts, and I cut this thing down, which is just what I need. Just need a weld here. I'll connect right on there, and then I'll probably put a little piece of steel on the back to stabilize it. Yeah, I just went and bought a, what was it, a 15320. I bought a 300 because I cut down a 340. 34 inches was way too long, as you can see. That's on the wrong side. So I cut it down to 300, 30 inches. Went and bought a 30-inch belt. It was so tight I couldn't get it on, so I went back and got a 32. So 32 fits really good on the outer one. 31 would probably work on the back one, but for now, let's just get on there. Let's see if it fits the truck. Yeah, super happy with this bracket. It's got 1 bolt on the top and 2 on the bottom, so hope that's strong enough. Alright, I think I finally made a bracket that's going to work. I just welded on a piece of flat stock to the back of this thing to triangulate it. I got it fitting really good in here. Now I've got a couple options. I could weld it like that, maybe up just a little bit so I can get the belt off, but or should I weld it straight down? Now the engine doesn't have the same lean as the truck. The truck is like 63 degrees, this is 73, so I was thinking of trying to match the engine, but let's just weld it on. As long as we clear the D21 tension rod mount over here, we got, looks like we have about 1 inch of clearance. So let's just tack it on, see what happens. Alright, so I just added on a little piece of steel, 1/4 inch, to connect this top layer to the bottom layer. Because this is thick steel, this is thick, this is thick. This piece of reinforcement I put on is a little bit thinner. I don't know, just a piece of scraps that I had. I don't know what thickness it is, but it's not. This is like 3/16. This is like 1/4 inch, and this is less. Probably like 1/8 inch or something. Anyways, so I just want to reinforce that a little bit. It's getting pretty beefy looking. Anyways, I just gotta clean it up, cut this back, grind it, trim a little bit more in there, and I think it'll be ready to go on the truck. Let's see if it fits. I haven't actually put it on the truck in a while. I spent hours yesterday making different mounts, trying to recycle those old U-things. That was a waste. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a nut here, here, and here, and put Allen bolts on the outside in, because you can't use conventional bolts very easily. On the back you can, but not on the front because of the pulley. I think that's my plan. So I need to make sure I have good nuts to weld in there to match my Allen bolts. Anyways, as soon as this thing cools down, we'll put it on the truck. Alright, I just filled up the 5-speed trainer with this stuff from Walmart. Super Tech transmission oil. I've never tried this before. I have used the GL5, but not the GL4. This says GL4 transmission, so it's not GL5. So yeah, just put it in. Hopefully it works out. Never tried this oil before. Alright, so I got the 620 front shaft, new center support bearing. with a 521 rear shaft, plug and play. 2 slip shafts, one on the rear, one on the front. That'd be good enough for a test drive. And I can figure what the rear length is, and I could have the 620 king cab rear shaft shortened to whatever that length is. That's my plan for now. Hope it works. Just installed an O2 sensor in my 70 Datsun. Put it right here, right at the collector, as close as I can get it. Gotta run the wire up into the cab somewhere so I can read it on the gauge. Tune this thing better. There's my completed ugly AC compressor mount. It's technically, functionally will work, I think, but it's lots of pieces. I could have made it a lot better, less ugly, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of steel at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of steel. I could obviously replace these 4 with a 1 on the next generation. I plan on moving the belt to the front, so I'll probably need to make a new one. I'll just recycle this front part, throw away the rest, I think. But painted it up, grind it down as best I could, but it's still pretty ugly. But it'll mount that big old beast and give me cold air, I hope. As long as it does that, that's all that matters. Alright, I ran into a problem. The 521 shaft doesn't have a slip U on the front, so I got a 620 shaft. 620 shaft, center support bearing is different. And my 521 shaft is ripped, so and I can't reuse this bearing because it's different than 620. Here's the 521 housing. It's nice and beefy and heavy. So I got a 620, a little bit different. The 621 is bigger diameter, bigger outside diameter. It's taller, but the biggest problem is the frame is different out of 620 apparently, because the bolt holes don't line up. So it's not as easy as just using a 620 bracket and center support bearing drive shaft. I thought it would be. So I made a little adapter, but it's not perfect. This will not like this. I just tested it. So this bolts onto the frame where this 521 used to go, and then I can bolt the 620 on front. Luckily the slip shaft is perfect. It'll slide into the shaft. It actually wants to be a little bit like an inch farther forward than the other one, or I guess whatever that is, maybe 2 inches farther forward, maybe even more, maybe 2.5 I just measured. So this looks like it'll work for now, but ultimately there's just enough clearance around the body, like half an inch. It's very tight. Ideally I need to take that cross member out and lower it down, because this actually raises up the center support bearing. But I like to be able to make it adjustable if I needed to, but this mount ideally needs to be cut out of the cross member and lowered back down like 2 inches or whatever, but I'll do that later. For now I just want to get it back on the road, so I made me an adapter. I'm going to weld some bolts in here. I'm going to weld these bolts like this, just to make it a little bit easier to install. That way I can just put some nylock nuts on here. I'll obviously put that on top next. You get the idea. Let me weld this up and then I can bolt it in the truck, paint that, and my drive shaft will be done. So I had to order some 35mm Allen head bolts, just because, 10mm of course. To get that compressor on, it's tight. So I put 3 of these bolts, 1 on the top with a nylock and 2 on the bottom. I welded nuts onto my bracket, 1/4 inch plate, and was able to get them on with my, just a regular ratchet. But you can't really see what you're doing on the back one. And the front one was pretty easy because I've got the radiator out, but that thing is on there and it clears everything. And I'm mocking on my hoses now. It's getting exciting. I got another used water pump on here. Hopefully this one doesn't make noise. I think this one's only about 50 years old. But I want to put a Z pump on. Yeah, but just got to put on the pulley and the belt. And then I think I can put on the hoses or the radiator. I don't know what to do next. I got no instructions. But compressor is officially on, and I think I'm going to run the hoses along the back of the engine, put the dryer over here. I don't know yet, still trying to figure it out. So here's my completed 620 to 521 adapter, piece of 3-inch plate, 1/8-inch steel, 4 holes. And then here's the 620 center support bearing, here's the 521 center support bearing. Apparently 520s have one-piece shafts, so they're not the problem that I have with that no slip joint thingamajiggy. So anyways, it's kind of temporary. I'm hoping to run a D21 tool drive shaft in the future. But for now, this will relocate it and make it a bolt-in, so I don't have to modify the truck. Alright, so I'm going to install a reverse camera right in the middle. But I couldn't get the drill in here, so I'm glad I made this license plate removable. I think it was originally riveted on, but I drilled them out and made it a bolt-on. That made it a lot easier to put in some rivet nuts. I just put in 2 3mm rivet nuts. Now I can bolt my camera on. Same way I did the Versa and the Sentra and Armada. There we go. So now I should be able to have a camera right there. Should be cool. Takes you right above the plate. What is this funny looking thing? I finally got my exhaust fully mocked up. I think I just need another 12 inches or 6 inches to get it out the back. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually got a 245s and a 90. I'll show you in a second. So you can see reverse lights installed. I need to run the wire. So what you don't know if you can see is the new drive shaft. Well, not new drive shaft. 2-piece drive shaft in. I don't know if you can even see it. I got the exhaust completely mocked up for the first time ever. Alright, so I'm finally going to address this hole in the firewall. This is for the windshield wiper opening. This original left side, you can see the L on there, wiper motor gasket is worn out. And there's a guy on eBay and Instagram or whatever, Jake Makes, I think it's called. He makes a whole bunch of cool 521 stuff. I'll have to buy one day, but for now, I wanted to see if I could plug this myself with a more like a non-wear item. I had a crazy idea because I was gonna remount this. I was gonna put a D21 motor in here. I love intermittent wipers. All my trucks have intermittent wipers, so I love to put those in here one day and redesign all this. So I don't want to spend 40 bucks on a gasket that's temporary. So I just happen to have these extra rubber washers, I think, from the rear suspension. These actually fit this thing perfectly. So I think for now, where'd it go? I made a little plate to cover the hole. So what I'm going to do is I just put some washers in here. I need to put this back in. So watch this. I made a little door, a little piece of sheet metal. Basically, I'm going to glue this over that big hole so it'll be a small hole. Because all I need is a small hole for now. I was going to redesign it, move the wipers and everything, because it cost me a lot of grief with the air conditioning. I had to make a new bracket, move things around, but I got it all to work. The wipers work now, so I just need to plug this hole. Alright, so here's my metal plate. Here's my rubber washer. I think I'm going to glue it on the inside. I just put in some 3mm nut certs in diagonal corners. I think I'm going to actually paint this before I glue it on, and then I don't have any more seam sealers, so I'm just going to put some silicone around here. I need the silicone this one as well. That's the original fresh air vent. I love that thing, but I don't think I'll be able to put it back in. Maybe one day, maybe. Depending on how the AC venting goes, because my radio's right there, and I didn't want to push that thing. It's a really nice piece of mechanical vent, but for right now I made that plate. So I need to take that off and glue that and seal that too. Let's do that at the same time. Let's paint this one and that one so we don't have to crash that again. I've got to seal up this whole firewall, every single crack and hole is the goal.